Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are continuing the Western Roman campaign in Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion, and we are having part 10 of the series. And last time we started besieging Colonia Agrippina, and we also managed to wipe out the Berbers. And at the moment we are bringing our army from Africa to somewhere else. Of course, assaulting Eastern Roman Empire. Okay, they have attacked us already. Might be very beneficial. So maybe we won't actually bring these to Europe, but we will engage the Eastern Romans. And why that might be beneficial is because of great distances from Egypt. If I remember correctly, there is one city here. And then if we were able to take control of at least some of the islands here, they might be pretty easily protected. And then we might also harass the Eastern Roman heartland here in the Middle East. So that army will head there, and at the same time we need to continue to worry about the Vandals and Goths as well. And once again we are besieged. And Augusta Trevororum, the siege has been lifted there. The enemy has quite a lot of cavalry and missile units. Let's see how we fare against them. Of course, the utilization of the forest would be beneficial against missile units, but it will make controlling the troops somewhat more difficult, so let's see. I think I will put the strongest infantry units in one line, then the weaker ones to guard the flanks. And fortunately, we have a decent number of missile units of our own. Okay, I forgot this unit. Maybe it can guard the other flank here. And then we have the cavalry. And I think the Sarmatian archer cavalry will have to stay in reserve mostly, because it cannot utilize its strengths against an enemy that has so many archery units. So it will act as an additional missile unit here. There seems to be a gap here, so let's actually move this unit. I'm not certain if it already was here or what. But let's see how the enemy will move to engage us. Could we snipe a couple of hunter units? I'm not certain, but let's see. Maybe we cannot. So practically the enemy is going to have 3 generals facing us. Of course we have 2, and I think our bodyguards are better than those of the enemy. So that's, I think, going for us. And of course we have more men, and we have infantry, which can help us in cavalry fight as well. Of course the enemy has quite strong missile superiority. And if these hunters come close enough, and the warlord as well, I think we will try to engage them. Okay. And it seems we have lost one of our generals and most of our cavalry. And it seems it's time to withdraw. Okay, excellent.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
And actually we need to make sure that we don't lose the other general here. And of course now our problem is that we are having quite a few of cavalry units, and the enemy has a lot of missile units. So we need to play this wisely if we are to beat the enemy here. Okay, at least some of the enemies are starting to rout. Okay, the warlord is coming back. And it seems there is a pretty tough fight there as well. And might this actually be a defeat? Perhaps it will. Just need to keep the general alive here. I think he can actually withdraw. And I think we must withdraw with the whole army here.
Roman arms have not been enough.
That was stinging defeat. So now we need to train some more troops there, and we can barely afford it. And at the same time we need to take care of Londinium. So training those troops will take quite long time, and it seems the Goths are on the move here, and unfortunately there is not much we can do about it. The Vandals are attacking once again. Of course we might send some units from Rome to Ravenna, and from Ravenna towards Carnuntum, but it will take some time before they reach that area. And let's send some archers from Vicus Alemanni towards Augusta Trebororum, and also some Limitanei from Augusta Vindelicorum.
Imperator, to the ships. Out of move, sir.
At your service. Stowing away.
The situation is pretty dire at the moment, especially in the northern front. Let's see what kind of enemies are there. Some slingers, warlord and peasants. I think they might be a bit too much for us for the moment. And let's finish the turn. And finally we are having some... Okay. And we had some traitors here. I guess these guys. So much for attacking the Eastern Roman Empire. At least they are not taking up any funds anymore. And it seems the Goths are bypassing Carnuntum. So maybe we can send these troops to the north. And actually I think Rome can ramp up the unit production, and we will send quite a few troops to the north.
Moves depleted, sir. Orders. Prepare for battle. Victory. Prepare for battle. Sir. Sir. Engage the enemy. Sir. Move out. No more moves, sir. Imperator. General. General. Sir. Orders. 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 General. Prepare for battle. Besieging settlement.
And let's see if we can have some mercenaries here. And Londinium is going to need some support. Burdigala as well. And we should actually start moving some of the troops from there to engage the brigands here. Cordoba should be doing okay at the moment. So maybe Academy there would be okay. So it will reduce the corruption and improve the public order at the same time. And let's see, the settlements, Londinium is problematic and others are not. So maybe some more troops in Londinium. And let's make a Limitane as well, so we can reinforce or try to take down the rebels there. And let's see, we might have a shot to taking down the Vandals in a couple of turns. Let's see how we do fare there. And I guess it's a turn. Okay, they are having one additional army. City will hold for 7 more turns. Let's hope that they can build the required siege equipment there.
Imperator. Imperator.
And let's take these mercenary veterani.
The enemy.
And I think we are ready to seek some payback here.
Units, await my orders.
And I think the mercenaries here will be our first unit to engage the enemies. Because they are not that, or they are rather expensive. They are not that cheap. And the enemies has some hunters, some cavalry.
Our soldiers are at the walls! Now they must batter a way through.
And of course the warlord.
The enemy gate is down! Our battering ram has done its work! The gods have smiled on us today.
And I think the veterani unit will be the first one to enter.
gods! Our soldiers have done well this day. The walls
And
are
let's bring in
taken.
the general in as well. Or rather close by. And it seems we are being attacked. And the rest of the infantry can enter as well. Actually, the main battle here seems to be going okay.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
And the mercenaries can continue to push forward. There are some Levi spearmen here still, so I think we will bring some other troops as well. And maybe the archers could be beneficial as well. So, 7 bodyguards, 1 sea rider, and 2,500 spearmen, it seems. And apparently these can throw spears. Hopefully they will run out of them rather soon. And actually this unit has taken so heavy casualties that I don't think that I will send it to fight against the enemies. Of course they can throw the spears, but otherwise than that. And of course now the enemy is attacking, so let's send the Golden Band and Limitane as well, and it seems you have to fight after all. And let's see if our archers can get a couple of shots off from this angle. And then let's take care of those hunters. Okay. And the city is ours. Excellent. And unfortunately we need to regain some lost money here. And fortunately we can retrain the troops mostly. And then I think if we manage to thwart the attack to Sapporo Riva, then Campus Frisi will be our next target pretty soon. And we need to strengthen the front here a bit, since the Goths are arriving. And let's see, the enemy here has rather not so good troops. So I think this kind of army should be able to take them down. especially if I fight the battle manually.
Units, await my order. Units, Legion. Yes. Units, fire at will.
So a strong front there, and then let's keep the spearmen in reserve against the enemy general. And let's try to keep our troops fresh before engaging the enemy. Actually, it looks like that they are in phalanx formation there, but I don't think that's possible with those troops. Well, I'm not sure. At least not with the Foderati infantry. But maybe they have some kind of shield wall, those warbands. I'm not exactly sure if the enemy troops here have also some kind of missile weapons they can use. But at least we do have, and we are not afraid to use them. So all the casualties we can inflict before the... Is it so that Limitane have longer range for their spears than the Comitatenses? If that's the case, it's quite surprising, to be honest. Then the Comitatenses can throw their weapons, and we are ready to charge soon. And let's try to make a small flanking maneuvers. And it seems interesting that the enemy is only sending 2 units to the fight at the moment. And of course we are happy with that, because our troops here have the numerical superiority quite well. Okay, the first unit is fleeing. We can engage the second one there, and then flank it. And these guys are holding a bit longer. Okay, they're breaking as well. Excellent. So now a road is open against the enemy general, and we will utilize it. And here... Okay, and I think, or at least hope, that the situation here is similar compared to the original Rome, that the rebel army will be destroyed this way. And it seems they are. And we have a general for the reinforcing army. Excellent.
Leaving the army. Orders. Move out. Out of move, sir. Sir, move out. No more moves, sir. Imperator.
Or rather, actually, maybe the general should take charge of defense of Mediolanum or Ravenna. Let's see. And let's make a quick check of our cities. So everything seems to be in order. I'm a bit worried about this, because we are not able to convert it, at least for the moment. And it's growing quite strongly. Maybe this improvement in public order and increased law there will be beneficial. And let's see about Massilia. Would it benefit from this? Not so much. Of course, I think we should construct the in Salona the militia barracks. Maybe we have some improvements that could bring more trade, like the highways in Rome. That's excellent. Is there, by the way, some rebels that are hindering the trade there? No, it seems not. And let's see if we could engage some other rebel armies here that are causing us some troubles. At least not anytime soon, but maybe at some point. Maybe actually if we bring this general from Eburacum to Tara, we might be able to Christianize it. But I don't think that's our main worry at the moment. So we have a turn. And it seems the Eastern Roman Empire is back to strength. And the question remains, should this guy be the governor of Mediolanum or Ravenna? Maybe Ravenna, as there is scriptorium. I think we will send him here, there. And then the reinforcing army can push forwards. And it seems Guonard here has frozen. And that means Campus Frisi is ready to be besieged. There are no mercenaries available for a hire there. So let's send some infantry to help out. And maybe an academy here. Would be beneficial. And stone walls here. And maybe maybe even roads in Augusta Vindelicorum. Actually, would they increase the trade so that they might pay themselves back at some point? I guess they would. What about trader? Not so beneficial. But I think we should be able to move the troops a bit more faster between the cities there. And as we will lower taxes here, I think it's grounded to move the cavalry units to hunt some rebels, and the same could be said in Aals pretty soon. And here we need to continue training the peasants. And Corduba, Colonia Agrippina, Tara, all are having some problems. Well, at least here we are going to have the academy soon. And what to do with these? Well, at least they can hold out for one more turn. Some Saxon Hearth troops, Saxon Keel, Hunters, and then Bodyguard plus 2 units of Hunters. And do they use missile weapon? I think they don't. So this might actually get us the city here, if we are lucky. And as the army composition here is mostly cavalry, I think we should be able to take out at least the enemy hunters, while at the same time these units could harass the enemy infantry. And of course we need to be careful not to engage the spears with cavalry. And okay. And let's try to take on the hunters now. They're not taking that many casualties, at least for the moment. And it's time to withdraw. It's time to form up with these troops here. And apparently the situation is looking a bit bad here, because we cannot, it seems, engage those hunters with our cavalry properly, at least for now. But then again, these Hearth troops are taking quite a beating already. So taking down the majority of enemy infantry would also be quite beneficial for us. let's try to utilize this missile cavalry as much as possible. Maybe this unit is weakened enough so that we could try to take it down with the general. Wavering. And hopefully breaking soon.
The enemy general flees.
Excellent.
Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
And this keel is taking hit in their back, so their numbers should be plummeting pretty soon. They are also very tired, shaken already. And it's not a good sign if those hunters are stopping, because then it means that they are in range. Okay, they are breaking, so let's try to take down as many of them as possible. And maybe we could even take down this hunter unit here. Wavering.
The gods be
Okay,
praised.
that enemy
The
army
enemy's
has been
hearts
dealt
are
with.
full of fear, and now they flee.
And I think it's time to join the army here.
General flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too. The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
And I guess we did not manage to capture the city right away, but at least we were able to inflict very heavy casualties to the defender here. And next turn the city will fall, unless the enemy gets some reinforcements. Okay. So our faction is taking some hit. Unfortunately, we are running short on governors. Okay, one siege tower, so let's hope they will attack soon, because we are running out of troops soon there, otherwise. Colonia Agrippina is not happy for some reason. And okay, we do not have a ram ready. So Campus Frisi will survive at least for one more turn. And then here I think we can send these troops. Well, that did go well. Then it didn't. And let's see what kind of army this is. It's a rather good one, actually. And let's check the cities. So Tara will need more support. Tingy, it seems, as well. Maybe Academy there would be beneficial as well. And then I think we will train some more troops in Rome. And let's see about taxes here. I think we can raise them a bit. And does this wall actually provide some public order? I think it does. Augusta Trevororum is as happy as it can be. And let's see if we can take out... Okay, at least not yet. And if we bring this guy from Eburacum to Tara, maybe that would be beneficial. And I think we have a turn. And finally, the Goths are attacking. Or Vandals, rather.
The day has dawned. Units, await my orders.
So they have that one siege tower there, battering ram here, and siege tower and battering ram there. So they will get in rather easily. And I think our troop positioning will be pretty much the same as last times. Unfortunately, we have been unable to replenish our troops. So these sieges are starting to take their toll. Let's hope we have enough to defend the city. Okay, I guess all of our troops are here, and it's time to begin the battle. Actually, it would be most beneficial if this siege tower is able to get hold on the walls, rather than the one in here. Because it would mean that more of the enemy troops would have to go around the city. Okay, that's burning. So focus on that tower. I guess every missile has some small percentage of probability to set the tower afire. But it seems that in this case, the tower will get to the wall. And here it seems
The enemy have formidable siege towers at the walls. Prepare for some hard fighting.
there were not enough men to move the tower. And here as well, the ram has been destroyed, so this is the only entry point the enemy is going to have. And unfortunately, this is one of the worst, because they can move so that the towers don't do that much damage. And no bug here either, so the enemy will get in. Eventually. Are these guys actually going to help move that tower there? Let's see. And the casualties are numbering 10% of the enemy strength. And now they can enter the city.
The walls have fallen to the enemy. The Goths have abandoned us.
And let's hope that as few enemies as possible take this shortest route to us. And they are having at least 3 generals. And quite a lot of cavalry, it seems. So these are 13% for the enemy at the moment. Maybe we will get to about 20 until all of them are in. Maybe that's too optimistic. Maybe 15 if we are lucky. And hopefully at least to 25 until the battle really begins. So some of them are taking the direct route, some others are not. Okay, so at least 15% here. The problem here is that if the Vandals manage to capture this city and decide to settle it, it's very hard to drive them out, or not that hard to drive them out, but they will go into horde mode once again, and of course the hordes will be replenished, so it's imperative that we are able to stop them here. Some 16% casualties at the moment. And unfortunately, it's beginning to look like that very large part of the enemy army will head this way. Fortunately, the enemy horde is having some peasants among with them, so they shouldn't pose too much troubles for us. But then again, there are very many of these cavalry archers, which are going to be a problem for us. And the generals are moving in as well. Some additional problems for us. So 2 warlords at least. There. And I guess 1 additional from here as well. So now we have a chance to destroy the Vandals. Unfortunately, they have quite a decent chance to capture this city as well. These towers are doing some decent damage here. Maybe I need to reposition some of the troops here. So as the main enemy army will come from this direction, I think it's imperative to have a bit more comitatencies here. Oh, and of course it seems that some of the enemies are already coming this way also. And the arrows are starting to fly. And the enemy has taken 25% casualties already, which is good news. And it's good that some of the enemies have decided to take this route. I don't think that too many of them will get to the battle. Maybe one of the warlords could take this route as well. Excellent. Okay, it's time for you guys to start earning your pay. Good, they are wavering already. And they are breaking. Excellent. And it seems those horsemen are starting to arrive. A bit larger unit there. And of course lancers here. And some chosen warriors. Let's see how the enemy warlord is faring here. Unfortunately rather well. Okay, they are wavering, so okay. No need for the comitatenses to enter the fight. But this is looking bad. So let's bring in one of the comitatenses here to aid us. Let's take down the... Okay, the cavalry is routing. So now we need to take care of those chosen warriors. And something is happening here as well. So let's hope that the crossbowmen here fire through. At least the horses are falling here. Excellent. And those chosen warriors are fleeing. And then it's time to charge these horsemen. First of the warlords is about to enter the battle. And it seems our numbers are beginning to dwindle. Fortunately, at least some of the enemies are routing already. And let's bring in the peasants to the front, so that the enemy charge will hit them. And of course we need to take care of these, because now they are shooting at our crossbowmen here. And are we actually doing any damage here? Some. Okay. I guess it's time to command even the priests to the battle. And unfortunately, it's beginning to seem that we will lose the city here. We were able to inflict heavy casualties to the enemy, but it just doesn't seem to be enough. So, Salona held valiantly, but unfortunately it wasn't enough.
Your general has thrown away. This is a
Maybe I should have reinforced the city a bit more. Okay, a new family member, excellent. I think he will be sent to Mediolanum.
No more moves, sir.
Tara has academy, and Rome can continue producing units.
General.
And at some point soon, I think we will try to get back Salona. And the Goths are moving here in the north. So to get some harm to the wounds we suffered when losing Salona, I think we will take Campus Frisi before ending this video. And of course we need to do it manually, otherwise we might be in trouble. Let's hope that we can get a decent amount of plunder from the city here.
Our soldiers are at the gates. Now they must batter a way through. The enemy gate is down. Our battering ram has done its work.
And I think these Foderati infantry mercenaries of mercenary Foederati infantry
Our soldiers
will be
show
the key.
no mercy. The enemy walls are down. Make sure their soldiers are buried beneath the ruins.
As I need to repair the walls. I think it wasn't the wisest of decisions to knock them out so heavily. And I think it's time to fire at will. Okay. And this battle was surprisingly easy. And the city here is ours, and of course we won't make the religious changes just yet. Let's retrain some troops, train some more, and our next target here will be Vicus Saxones. Of course, maybe we could send a scouting party ahead.
Sir! March! Prepare for battle! Out of move, sir!
At the same time, we need to prepare for the imminent arrival of Goths. So maybe a Limitane here would be nice, and of course now our reinforcements have arrived.
Sir! Prepare for battle! Orders!
And it seems Carthago Nova might benefit from Academy. Cordoba needs still some more troops. Let's see about the lists. Arles is having some troubles as well. As we have lowered the taxes there, I think we can send the infantry away.
Moves depleted, sir! Imperator, engage the enemy!
And let's wait for some more reinforcements. And Mediolanium and Campus Frisi, of course, having problems as well here. So, and of course Salona needs to be reconquered as soon as possible. And for that, I think we might actually need a general, or at least a decent army. But I think that's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That will help a great deal. You can also share this video or post comments about tactics or strategies I should utilize. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.